Who the hell are you? Why are you in my bed?
Why are you asking me all these random questions?
A Night in July is a very interesting Nollywood movie portraying Uche Montana as Helen, who actually went out partying with her friends a day before her wedding, only to find herself in a guy's hotel room, a stranger for that matter. Like, she just can't believe she had sex with a stranger, only for her to run out from the guy's room and meet her husband to be, who was also walking to her hotel room. And her husband was stunned to see her coming from this guy's room, and he just questioned her. He couldn't just believe what he saw, so he immediately called off the wedding. Like, he just can't believe his wife is a whore. So Uche came to work wondering what really happened. Like, she can't remember how she actually got into the room in the first place. And her chief bridesmaid, who also is her friend and also a colleague at work, tried to calm her down. Yeah. So here, the Charles guy actually sent his bestie, who is also a lawyer, to come and threaten Uche Montana and also offering her some money to keep her short. This felt like an insult to her, like rubbing salt on her injury. Uche Montana is that kind of lady who does not joke with her self-esteem and also her dignity. She actually took this case to court, and also her bestie is also a lawyer, who is also a lawyer, actually handled this case, and they both just kept accusing each other. Like, Uche felt the guy took advantage of her situation, and how did she even got into the room? Like, she believed the guy raped her, and this guy got angry and said stuff as a guy. He also was drunk and he don't even know what happened, but yeah, as a guy, you always do everything to belittle this kind of pompous woman and a proud woman. So he said stuff to belittle her as how she actually got into his room cheaply, like, and his words actually hurt Helen so bad. She cried bitterly, and this guy, Charles, felt bad for actually hurting her and being the reason to her tears, even though they are still at each other, like they are still at war. From there, Uche went back to beg her husband to be back. He rejected her and also insulted her so bitterly, like said some insensitive things to her and stuff. So she just kept thinking of it and still confused as how she actually got drunk in the first place. Surprisingly, her husband to be decided to pay her visit, and I was so happy to see them back. And only for Charles to show up, like he was feeling guilty for hurting Helen, so he decided to show up and apologize to her. Helen's husband to be got so mad, and he decided to pour out everything, his agenda as to why he actually visited in this first place. Like, Helen couldn't just believe his ways. Like,
Hey, that's your business. I was only only. I needed to ease some stress. That's why I came.
she felt so disgusted and so surprised as to how this guy can be this rude to her and shamelessly said this to her. Like, she just kept thinking of the whole thing and decided to go back to her chief's bridesmaid's house, only for her to knock at the door or bang at the door for her friend to come out. She wasn't even she was just trying to prevent Helen from getting inside her room, only for her husband to be Helen's husband to come out of the room. And he was not even ashamed of this whole thing, because to him Helen is a whore and there's nothing so special about her. And moreover, he is over her, so he had nothing to lose. He just continued to say things to her, and Helen in the first place was so shocked and stunned at the same time. This is my chief bridesmaid, my best friend, who was advising me to forget about what just happened and also move on. And the same guy she wanted to get married to, Like how? Like she was so heartbroken and she decided to walk away. She actually walked into a bar, drunk her soul out. But thankfully, Charles was there in the right place, in the right time, and actually took her home. Yeah, only for Uche to start vomiting. Yeah, vomit of pregnancy. Yeah, he actually took her to the hospital and they were shocked by the news that she's pregnant. The guy is not ready to be a father. What a confused state. Like, what a confused state. So Uche decided to get rid of the pregnancy by having a good friend by your side. What do you have to lose? Even if the whole world is not by your side, having a good friend is enough. She advised her not to, and she listened to her friend. Charles, on the other hand, realized Helen is bent on keeping the child, so he decided to be responsible in his child's life because he doesn't want to be a deadbeat dad. And where is he going to be starting from when Helen is so mad at him for saying he's not ready to be a father? So somehow he bought gift for her, but she rejected the gift and closed the door. But somehow she opened the door and collected the gift. What a dramatic pregnant woman. What a dramatic pregnant woman. But Charles, on the other hand, has been investigating the incident between them as to what actually happened in that particular night. But somehow they came across an evidence. Yeah, surprisingly, Helen was being drugged by her bestie, that is her chief's bridesmaid. What a betrayal. And she was arrested. Charles moved into Helen's apartment, but she just kept pursuing him. And the guy is also stubborn. Yeah, he has already started, and there's no way he's going back to his ways. The gbas just continued. Like, guys, in this apartment, hey, the gbas is not easy at all. But things changed when Charles made breakfast for Helen and also massaged her legs. Yeah, it turned out she can't even live without him and even stay a minute without him. So here she got angry because Charles actually went out and never bothered to call her. Just look at the dramatic pregnant woman here. Have you seen Uche Montana as a crybaby in a movie before? If not, just go to Omoni Oboli TV or her channel and watch this particular movie on her channel. You know there are content stealers or thieves everywhere, but make sure you watch this particular movie on Omoni Oboli or Oboli
You left me
Omoni
here
TV.
alone all day. All day. Is that even fair? Is that fair?
Are you just going to tell me that you miss me?
I don't miss you.
Really?
Why am I crying?
Hey. It's hormones. Sorry. Oh, look. I miss you too.
So after the dramatic confession, they ended up making love. And here Charles is actually on his knees proposing to our baby girl. Yeah, they actually got married and live happily. You want to watch this movie? Just run to Omoni Oboli TV and watch this interesting and educative movie. Do like, subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye.